Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Egan and I am the Associate Director of Instructional Design and Faculty Development, and I also teach English composition courses here at the American Women's College. So how will I create weekly videos that play to my strengths as an educator, and what content do I plan to prioritize in these videos? I'm a big fan of Screencast-O-Matic. It's free, user-friendly, and very easy to add to your course. So I would continue using Screencast-O-Matic, and I think it's a really good opportunity to pull in anything that has current events or also to review anything that was potentially a pattern of error. I deal with a lot of essays, so I might bring up something like formatting the page to include my name, the course name, the date, following APA guidelines, something like a comma splice or something that everyone seemed to miss. I generally post these in my announcements, and students are able to have a little bit of a recap of the week prior, but also plan for the week ahead. My strategy for engaging in weekly discussions. So I actually do not like to respond to every single discussion post because then I feel like the students are more conversing with me than when they're peers. So I like to give them a chance to get the conversation started, post all their initial posts and maybe a reply or two. And then I like to go in and connect the dots. So I might see that Jennifer and Sarah had completely opposite views, and I might um, suggest that they comment to one another to share their perspectives. Or the opposite, I might see that Josephine and Sally had pretty much the same line of thinking. So I might connect their two posts together and say, wow, you guys really were thinking along the same lines, and I think you pulled a lot of the same quotes out of the text or something similar to that. For streamlining feedback, I think it's really important to have individualized feedback for each student and feedback for every single assignment. So every discussion board should have not only the quantitative feedback from the rubric, but also a qualitative line or two from the instructor. I tend to put about 4 to 5 sentences per student for discussions outlining things that I thought they excelled on, potentially any parts of the prompt that they missed because sometimes the prompts have many questions included on them, and then explaining any reason of points being deducted on the rubric so that they're prepared to get a higher grade in the future. So one thing that snags our students is they're supposed to reply to 2 or more peers, but you can't get 100 unless you actually reply to 3 or more peers. So that's something I reiterate in their individualized feedback so they're sure to know how to get that higher bump in their grade the following week. When it comes to Knowledge Path, I think the video that was added to this training course about the To-Do tab will be most effective in figuring out which students are behind or perhaps need a little added support or supplemental materials. And I usually reach out to them on an individual basis and let them know that I can see where they're at, offer my support, and then also offer additional resources if the course content is not fully meeting their needs. Thank you all, and I look forward to reading the rest of your posts.